Hey, what's going on, guys? Vega here from Serpent Special Forces, and in case you didn't know already, Beam is going to be doing a hard fork, and I wanted to make sure that if you're not aware that you are. What does this hard fork mean for miners? What does this hard fork mean in general? What are the improvements? Well, that's what I'm going to go over in today's video. But as always, I challenge everybody to do their own research. Always check out their official channels on social media, Telegram, and just connect with the community and make sure you're up to date on what is going on. It's scheduled for June 28th, but realistically with most forks it always happens at a certain block height, which as on screen as you can see is at 777,777. This is going to bring a change for the miners in the algorithm. Proof of work algorithm is going to switch from BeamHash 2 to BeamHash 3. As well, it's going to activate support for confidential assets, Lelantis, Mimblewimble, and forgive me guys if I mispronounced that, as well as one-sided payments. The new proof of work algorithm is expected to be a major improvement to the Beam mining network and will enable fuller GPU card capabilities. The hard fork is designed to unlock some new features like confidential assets, one-sided payments, and support for privacy protocol Lelantis, Mimblewimble. Now there's a number of different privacy coins out there, and I just haven't seen people talk to as much about Beam as they were towards the beginning stages, and I could just be missing it because I'm working a full-time job and I haven't been able to keep up with every single coin that I support. But it is scheduled for June 28th, and what this means is the fork will not require any other actions beyond a software upgrade for Beam users. As such, Beam is planning to release the node and desktop binaries by the end of May, which is already passed, of course, at time of filming, providing users with about 30 days to upgrade to the latest version. Compatible releases of the node, wallet, and miner will be versioned Eager Electron 5.0, and as you can see on their main website, they talk about this and they highlight this. They give us a roadmap for planned progress, and there through official channels you can keep an eye on your favorite or top cryptos. Beam wallets earlier than version 5.0 will stop working after the hard fork is completed. However, users will still be able to upgrade their wallets to new versions to access their funds. So you will need to upgrade to access your funds. And a little teaser in this article, which all these links will be in the description below. March, the developer David Burkett predicted that Litecoin will launch its Mimblewimble testnet before the end of the summer. So kind of something I'm going to be interested in or keeping my eye on, so to speak. Now, the testnet for Beam is already up and running. If you want to join them, again, go through official channels. They do have a testnet for Windows, testnet wallets, stuff like that for Windows, but I'm going to hold tight right now, me personally. Moving forward, what does this mean about ASICs? So they asked the question, since this is a final anticipated algorithm change, how then can GPUs compete with any potential ASIC devices which may be designed for BeamHash 3 in the future? Well, this is the struggle as miners, GPU miners, that we face on a regular basis, right? So we have ASICs being developed for some of the coins that we love, and when the ASICs or FPGAs hop on, the network hash rate goes up, and then it's harder for us GPU miners to accumulate sats or accumulate that currency. And just like Ravencoin, when we forked, or the community forked again, the network hash rate dropped, and Ravencoin has now been towards the top of profitability as far as mining goes. We are always going to have this cat and mouse back and forth game, but to me personally, and I could be wrong about this, let me know in the comments, the ASIC miners or the ASIC manufacturers really target machines that are for more prominent coins. Now, I'm not saying Beam isn't a more prominent coin or a popular coin, but those that have a lot more influence or have a lot more popularity, the ASIC manufacturers and ASIC developers kind of target those coins more. So I don't think they will target Beam as heavily, but they still can. Now, what I want to go into here is on this article it says the lesser compute dependency of BeamHash 3 reduces the potential advantage of a multi-chip ASICs over GPUs, whilst also allowing GPUs to run lesser clock rates for a more improved calculation speed or hash rate. The reduced solution size compared to Equihash 150/5 or 0.5, whatever you want to call it, allows us to give more room for the nonce without increasing the block header size. So with this improvement in hash rate, or excuse me, this change in proof of work, we should not have to worry about ASICs, but there's always that looming threat. There will always be that looming threat that you have to, be realistic about. But we will have time before that is even done, especially because it's not economical for those manufacturers. You can read the whole article. As I said, it's going to be linked in the description below. ASICs may come into production overall. BeamHash 3 certainly gives us some time until ASICs become more cost effective. So for miners, it's simple. You update your wallets and your mining software prior to the hard fork at that height that we talked about, and make sure that everything is switched over in time. Now, depending on the pool, which I haven't seen too much, some pools, like for different hard forks, would tell you, hey, this fork is happening, switch to this port number, do this, make sure you got this parameter set in your command line or your batch files, so that way when the fork happens, it automatically switches, yada yada yada, switch at block height. But I haven't seen that from the top two pools that I've looked at so far. So you want to keep an eye on whatever pool you're mining from. I personally don't like when everybody's on one pool and the network hash rate is not decentralized, but it doesn't matter how many times I say it in a video, nobody really listens. So everybody's on Leaf pool. We're at 79.5 utilization on that one pool, which is disappointing, but that is the pool that I used and gained a lot of my Beam currency. But it's very simple. Update your wallets, make sure your miners nodes, everything's updated according to the parameters that Beam has outlined and provided to you through their official channels. I say official channels a lot because a lot of people go to misleading links or pages, and it just sucks that me personally, I haven't heard too much about Beam, and I could be wrong, but the top privacy coins in my mind are Monero, Zcoin, Grin, Super Zero recently came out, but Beam was up there with the coins that I mentioned. I know Zcash was one, but I'm kind of iffy on that. So really my top are Monero, Zcoin, Horizon, Beam, and I just haven't heard too much about Beam. So again, I could be wrong. I've been really busy with work. My apologies. I haven't been pumping out content like I normally do. But I just wanted to make sure that you guys are aware of the fork and you do what you need to be prepared, so to speak, before the block height hits of 777,777. So that's going to be it for the video, guys. Do me a favor, hit the like button on the way out, subscribe for more content like this, and definitely hit me up in the comments. I want to know what your thoughts are. What are you doing with Beam? Are you still mining Beam? Me personally, I haven't mined it in a while. It's not as profitable, which is probably why they're doing the hard fork and changing the proof of work algorithm, but I've been trading it on a regular basis. So I am an avid supporter, and I look to see them grow and do well. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As I mentioned, all the articles are going to be linked in the description. I'll catch you in the next one.